Welcome to another beautiful day here at Mills Motors, located at 240 Bond Street East in Oshawa. Today we're looking at the awesome 2016 Envision Premium 2 all-wheel drive, shown here in the very nice ebony twilight metallic. Under the hood, it's rocking the 2-liter DOC direct injected inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with the 6-speed automatic transmission. So now we are going to be taking a look at the inside of the vehicle, and I know I said we were going to be taking a look at the inside, but we do have to take a look on the outside first because there are a few cool features here. So underneath the mirrors here, hopefully you can see it, but there is a actual camera that is located underneath here, which is for the surround camera view system, which is a pretty neat feature, which I'll hopefully be able to display in just a second here. And then there is also one here at the front. And then of course there's also one underneath the other side there to give you full 360 degree vision of what's around the vehicle. Another cool feature is where if the doors are locked, you don't even need to press the unlock button on the key. All you have to do is press that button right there on the handle and the door will become unlocked, and now you can get in. Now the upholstery within the vehicle is all leather, and down here are the controls for the 8-way power adjustable driver's seat, including 4-way lumbar support. On the inside of the driver's side door, there is quite a bit of storage, as well as the Bose premium speakers, which do allow for the best sounding quality when rocking out to your music. And up here is the automatic trunk button, where you can have it set to open up all the way, 3/4 of the way, or even off. Up here is the child and window lock, powered windows, and powered mirrors. Up here is the powered lock and unlock, and the 2 memory sets for the mirrors and seat. There's also this beautiful wood and grain trim that is throughout the whole vehicle. So now we're going to start the vehicle up, so 1 foot on the brake, and then push start ignition, which is a pretty cool feature. So now I'm going to try my best to show off that surround view system. So right now we've put the vehicle in drive, and we do have to put it in drive first to act as if we are going to be looking for a parking spot here. So just driving around here. And now we're going to put the vehicle into reverse, which is how you actually activate the system. So it's in reverse. And as you'll see on the middle here, or to the right, we have the backup camera. But then not only that, on the left here, we have this camera, which is for the full 360. So as I start reversing here, hopefully I'll be able to show this off. So still looking at that screen there. Okay, so as you will hopefully be able to see shortly, so you see that shadow that is appearing? That is actually from this vehicle that is right here. So there is a shadow, and then it actually does tell you which way your wheels are going, and then it does give you pretty much exactly where the vehicle is, so you know when you're getting close to hit it or how to avoid it, which is a pretty cool feature. So I'm going to continue on backing up, making sure I'm getting away from that vehicle, and continuing to back it up until I am into a parking spot here. So now I'm going to put the vehicle in park and continue on with the inside. I will get to it, but there is also the automatic parking assist within this vehicle as well, and that will also work with it, which is great. Okay, so starting off on the left hand side here, we have the exterior lights, and as well as that, we have all these buttons here, which are for the heads-up display, which I will show very shortly. And there is also some storage located down below. Now for the heads-up display, which is displayed right there. It is there. Oh, you can kind of see it on the white vehicle. It is there, and it is really cool, and it really helps when you are driving. So over here on the left, we have these buttons. So this button will move the heads-up display, or HUD, up and down. This will change the different information that is displayed, and then this will change the brightness of the display. I'm going to try and turn it up, maybe have it up all the way, but you can kind of see it there. I have it right now set to the speed and then the revs, so as I step on the accelerator there, the revs do climb, which is a pretty cool feature. And now looking at the steering wheel, we have all of the cruise control buttons, as well as some hands-free and Bluetooth buttons, as well as the heated steering wheel and the forward collision warning. And behind that, we have the indicators. On the right-hand side, we have these buttons here, which are for changing through the favorites of the radio, as well as this button here that changes the volume of the radio. And we have all these buttons here that do help navigate your way through the driver digital screen. And behind that are the wipers. On the left of the touch screen, we have the hazards, and on the right we have this beautiful analog clock here, and below that we have the parking assist button, lane keep assist button, and this is the automatic park assist button, which I was talking about earlier. So again, if you press that, the car will be able to detect a spot for you and then park it all on its own. Practically, it isn't all on its own. It does all the steering for you, but you still have to apply the gas and the brakes. So just be aware of that. And now looking at the center touchscreen, the vehicle comes with AM, FM, and XM radios, as well as you can connect your phone to it. It does also come with navigation. So as I press that icon there, a map does pop up, which is pretty nice. There are also some settings, text message settings, and some OnStar settings available. And this rear climate icon right there, if I press that, the controls for the second seat's climate control comes up, which is a pretty neat feature. And now looking at the radio controls, we have the volume on the left, changing of the stations on the right. The radio button will switch between the AM, FM, and XM radios, and the media button will switch between any USB import, auxiliary import, or any Bluetooth devices that are connected. And below that, we have all the aircon controls, which does include front and rear defrost. I'm actually going to turn that off because we don't need it. Not snowing yet when it's 20 plus degrees outside. And it does also come with dual climate control. So as I get two different temperatures up here, I can have it 16, I get that one to 17. So we can have the driver set to 16. So that's quite nice for when the driver and passenger do have different temperature wants. It does also come with heated and cooled passenger and driver seats, which is very nice for year round. And below that, we have the on-off button. And on this side, we have the automatic and sync functionality buttons. And in between the seats, we have the traction control button. And continuing in between the seats, we have two cup holders, electronic parking brake, and there is also this nice little bit of storage, which is a nice spot to place your keys as well. And there is also an auxiliary power outlet located in there. And now we have this nice armrest. And if I press that button there, it does open up, and on the inside here there is quite a bit of storage, as well as two USB ports, an auxiliary import, and I believe there's also an auxiliary power outlet located in there. Now looking straight up, I have the shade over, and that's partly because I do want to show off this neat little feature where the shade is actually automatic. So all I have to do is press that button there, and then it will retract, and like, oh look, there's your sunroof, and oh no, it keeps going. So yes, that's right, you have a moonroof back here, which is absolutely awesome for letting in some of that sunshine. And then to actually operate the sunroof, there is the buttons on the left here, which does operate that for you. And just ahead of that, we have the 3 garage door buttons, which is nice and handy. And just ahead of that are the OnStar buttons. So if you click this middle OnStar button, you will be connected to OnStar, and they can help you out with any situation that you are in, including pinpointing a destination for you here on the screen. And now moving our way over to the passenger side, there is a nice big glove box here, which offers a decent amount of room and space. And then it is also worth noting that up here, there's also a nice pocket here, which is great for putting some of the smaller items in, as well as frequently used items. So that's quite nice. And on the passenger side door, there is the powered lock and unlock, the powered windows, that beautiful wood and grain trim, and the Bose premium speakers. Have a look at those gorgeous 19-inch aluminum wheels there. That look very nice. And as we make our way over to the rear of the vehicle, lined along this whole rear bumper here are the ultrasonic rear parking sensors, which do go hand in hand with the color backup camera that does show up for you on the inside of the vehicle on the center screen, which is quite useful from backing the vehicle up. And again, that does tie in with the surround view camera system. And so now we're going to be taking a look at the trunk, and there are quite a few ways to open up the trunk. One is to press the button located behind this logo here. Another is to press the button located on the inside of the driver's side door. A third option is to double click this top right button here on the key fob. And the fourth option is to do a kicking motion, which I will display shortly, to the right of the left exhaust. I know it's a bit confusing, so left exhaust and just to the right of it. All you have to do is make a swinging motion forwards and backwards, and then the trunk will open automatically, which is quite handy for if you do have your hands full. Now, once it is fully open, back here there is quite a lot of room, as well as there are some hooks on the left side, as well as some on the right side, which is nice for if you do need to secure a cargo net back here to help secure some items, as well as just keeping them separate. There is an auxiliary power outlet located back here. And if we lift this up, underneath here, there is also some storage compartments available, which is also great for keeping some of the items separated. And as well as that, since this does collapse on top, it does keep some items nice and private. There are handles on the right side and one on the left, which do fold down these second row seats here. So all you have to do is pull on this handle here, and the second row seat will go down. And again, pull on the handle, and the second row seat will go down. They do fold it down quite flat. It's just you'd have to kind of go over there and then push down them, but they do fold down quite flat, which means that you do have now lots and lots of room back here, which is perfect for packing a few tents and some chairs for if you do want to go on a camping trip, or maybe if you're moving, you can certainly put quite a lot of boxes back here. Now to close the trunk, you can use the handle up here to manually close it, or press the button right here and it will close again all on its own. Now looking at the rear passenger side door here on the inside, there is quite a bit of storage, as well as the powered window control and that beautiful wooden grain trim. And as I step into the back seat here, there is some storage behind the passenger seat, as well as there is some behind the driver's seat. And behind this middle console, there are a bunch of controls here, and these are for the aircon controls. So we have fan speed on the left, temperature on the right, as well as we do have heated rear seats back here, which is very nice for those cooler months. There is also an auxiliary power outlet located back here, as well as 2 USB ports. And wait folks, it doesn't stop there, because there is also a regular power outlet located down there. So you have a bunch of charging ports here to charge any of the mobile devices. And as I turn around here, you can see that the second row seating does support 3 people, but when someone is not sitting in this middle seat right here, just pull on this tab and down folds a center folding armrest, as well as 2 cup holders, which does allow for a little bit more of a relaxing ride. And something else that does provide a little bit of relaxation is some of that nice fresh sunlight, which is beautiful, and it is provided thanks to this moonroof here, which does stretch all the way to the second row seats. What an absolutely amazing vehicle, folks. And I honestly can't believe I'm saying this, but it does get better, because it is also equipped with the safety and connectivity of OnStar, as well as having its very own 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, which does mean that you can safely search the web whilst in the vehicle, which will help move time along very quickly when you are going on some of these longer rides. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the awesome 2016 Envision Premium 2 all-wheel drive, shown here in the very nice ebony twilight metallic. Under the hood, it's rocking the 2-liter Doc direct injected inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine with the 6-speed automatic transmission. If you want to test drive this awesome vehicle, we are located at 240 Bond Street East in Oshawa, and we would be very happy to show you that we will do whatever it takes.